This lesson is about constant force on physical force on an individual object that is pressing on that object persistently at every frame. And this lesson is actually here as well. For the most part, it's covered here in the intro to basic, or sorry, in physics, in anti-gravity, and we'll do a little deeper demonstration here. So the way that a constant force works is, here I am in playtime. I'm going to adjust it so that you can see its reaction in real time. Under the rigid body, so if I select an object, come down, get its rigid body, the bottom entry here is constant force. You'll hit this triangle or just hit it to expand it. And right now, by default, the objects have no constant force, so 0 in any of these directions. But if I increase one of these, it'll start moving. It'll add that force in the direction, in this case, positive z. So z at positive 10, and this is the positive z out this direction. Positive x is out this direction, and then y is up and down, of course. And this black wall here is movable. The object is the rigid body is active and not movable. I did that to just sort of have a wall that these would collide against. And you can see that if I select this ball and I start increasing its increasing the constant force in the positive y direction, as soon as I get past 9.8, I will basically put 9.8 exactly will counteract gravity. So let's take a look. If you click on terrain space, either here in the hierarchy or here in the world, in the space itself, you'll see -9. Excuse me, let me show you from the beginning. So terrain space, to its properties, you'll want to expand physics and gravity. And that's where gravity is a constant force of -9.806. You could double click here or set this to 0, and you will get basically 0 gravity. But since it's -9.806, if this positive force is near 9.806, that sphere will basically be in anti-gravity. And anything kind of near 9.806 may or may not be just enough to get it moving in a positive or negative direction. So you see if I put it at 9.8, 10, and so this is yeah, basically this ball has the equivalent. If I put this at 9.806, this would be exact sort of like anti-gravity. And if I throw it, now you're seeing it's positive 10. It sort of has sideways gravity now. And you'll notice that is what's that force is what's at play in this show that comes packaged with Simmetri, which is called elevators, and you'll find it under featured elevators. And basically, when you roll this ball using W, A, S, or D, and you roll it up into this elevator, the first part, this elevator actually is running just kind of normal with physics. That's a slider constraint. And then when you roll the ball over this edge, it switches the constant force to being, it counteracts gravity. And then when I get out of this, gravity resumes. And then here, there we've fallen. So yeah, so that second slider changes the constant force on the sphere dynamically, so that you, as you roll right into it, you will stick to the ground, and the force pushing forward works on you. So pretty cool effect. And in fact, I'll show you the script here. If I select the trigger in this unit, and edit the code right here on enter, we literally go and get the object's rigid body and change the constant force, and we set it to sideways 9.86 and positive upward 9.86. So this is actually positive 9.86 in the x direction is actually like a sideways gravity going against that yellow pad, so off into this distance. And that becomes a sideways sort of x gravity, positive x gravity. And yeah. There you go. So that's constant force. I think there's kind of get an idea of how you can change it mid show, and it's a fun one to mess around with, especially when you set it in script.